The new Venom trailer has given us some new symbiote goodness, and we see some potential villains that I am excited to see on the big screen. We also saw Eddie Brock have a little comedy in his life with his, Parasite. I loved it. This movie looks like it's going to be really good for Sony. It looks like it's going to be a really good movie for Sony. Don't act like you don't know. But I want to talk about the villains we saw, just in case you aren't familiar with the different flavors of murder goo.
Show it to your parents. Show it to your friends. When you've got your ooze, the fun never ends.
The first we look at is a woman who is just murderlating all of these people. She has spike hands and she's shooting symbiote pieces into people. Off the bat, I would have to say that this woman is Scream. I say that because the actress is playing Donna Diego, who is Scream in the comics. Like many of the other symbiotes, Scream is spawned from Venom and is super duper crazy. Then we have another already confirmed symbiote that's going to be showing up, Riot. Riot is going to latch onto the main bad guy in the film, and in the comics, I loved this symbiote. Riot is part of the US Army, but is left sort of catatonic after being diffused in another story arc. So this version of Riot wasn't really trying to control his host like Venom is. It's possible that the crazed scientist in the movie might have gained some kind of control over Riot, but we won't know until we see it. Also, if you haven't read the arc where Riot shows up in the comics, it's Carnage USA, which is amazing because everybody loves Carnage, unless you don't. And he just did a really good job, being Carnage. The next one is mostly guesswork, because the yellow symbiote in the comics is Scream. If they're already using that symbiote, then it's possible that this one is Phage, Lasher, or Agony. Again, it looks like they're taking some creative choices with some of the symbiote colors, so we'll just have to wait to see what happens with that. Having said that, the reason I chose those three symbiotes is because from the first two, we can see that the writers have used symbiotes from the Life Foundation organization in the comics. All of the Life Foundation symbiotes spawned from Venom, and it was up to Eddie to stop them. He even gets some help from Spider-Man in the comics, which means Spider-Man confirmed, but not really. But you never know, because Disney magic. And by magic, I mean Disney has so much money, it's stupid. The last symbiote attaches himself to someone who goes by the name Patrick Mulligan. And in the comics, Mulligan is the crazed symbiote Toxin. Unlike the others, Toxin spawned from Carnage, making Toxin a lot more dangerous than Carnage, which seems almost impossible. There was even a Toxin miniseries where Toxin battles a bunch of villains that escape from the raft. Toxin is such a powerful symbiote that his mind doesn't actually meld with his host and stays completely separate. So Mulligan made a deal to keep control of his body and have access to all of the symbiote's powers as long as he gives Toxin 2 hours of playtime every night. And, you can obviously guess what he's doing. Killing people. Because he's crazy. I'm not even gonna play around that one. Toxin's a crazy, Toxin's a murderer, man. Toxin is crazy. Now, having given just a small tidbit of info about some of the symbiotes, we have Scream and we have Riot, obviously confirmed with casting already. And then the other three, Phage, Lasher, and Agony, that again, I only mentioned because of the Life Foundation organization that Scream and Riot were created from. Let's go over some other things that need to be referenced, okay? You guys saw that scene where he's riding the bike and then taking on all those people in the cars, and then on the front of the bike, it has an X on it. X-Men confirmed for the Venom sequel. Yes, oh my goodness, so much excite bike, it's true. And then he's inside of the building, and he busts out those super cool dual sword hands, just like that Prototype game. Prototype 3 game confirmed the legend continues. I knew he didn't die. And didn't you just love it when he says that the power isn't completely terrifying? Because that made me think that he may eventually turn into a villain after he's done being this lethal protector. And then when the symbiote just came out of his body and you saw its eyes and thought, I just kind of want to pop them because they're so bulgy, but he might eat me. But I still kind of want to do it though. And then when he licks that one guy, it was gross and it was cool at the same time. So it made you just kind of go, that's gross. I wanted to love it. I was gonna lick people. That's wrong, Venom. That's hilarious. I loved it. I loved it. And then at the end, when he threatens that one guy and talks about him being a turd in the wind, you just kind of think, you know what, that's sort of poetic. But he's definitely gonna eat that guy. So this was all just for show. Good times. It was good. Having said all of that, this movie has potential, and I hope that it stays above the line compared to the old Venom from Spider-Man 3. Let me know what you guys thought about the trailer. Let me know what you guys are expecting. Let me know what your expectations for this movie are gonna be seeing this new trailer. And I already know some of you are hurt that the white spider symbol isn't on him, but guys, it's complicated because of reasons. Put it down in the comments. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.